Okay. So let's continue.
Fine.
Let's continue. As I was saying, I'd already introduced myself, and then we talked about what is money. Um, I said money is a value, something you use in exchange of value. Okay, so let's continue. What is fiat money? I said fiat money is something that has been issued by the government as what is used for exchange of value. And fiat money is something that is being made by the government. It is not actually scarce, and because of that, it can lead to inflation. So you can, it's easily created. The government can decide to create more of it, and more of it, and more of it, and more money being made leads to inflation. So with that short introduction, let's just dive into what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is a digital form of money. It is protected by cryptography. There's mathematics, everything is out there. It is um, the whole thing about cryptocurrency is on the cryptography, which is charts and mathematics. It cannot be duplicated. That means you cannot actually, just like you can duplicate fiat money, you can't duplicate cryptocurrency, and it's distributed from peer to peer. Is borderless. Like if I want to send something to someone, I don't need a middleman. It's just between one person to another person. That's the introduction of cryptocurrency. So talking of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is one of the is the first cryptocurrency that was made, that was created. It was from Bitcoin that after Bitcoin, there were now so many other coins that were made. There are about 4,000 or 5,000 cryptocurrency as we speak. But Bitcoin is the first. And Bitcoin is transparent, it's scarce, and it's an open source, and it's censorship resistant. Now, who created Bitcoin? We know from what we have seen, somebody called Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator of Bitcoin. We don't know if he's a person or a company or a group of people, but Satoshi Nakamoto is who we know that created Bitcoin, and it was launched 2009. And after that, he actually, or the company or the person actually disappeared after creating um, Bitcoin. So what really is Bitcoin? Is a distributed database. Um, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a distributed database. It's how let me explain it this way. It's like transactions that is being put together in different blocks, where there is a block before that, and there is a block after that, and there's a block next to it, and there's a block. So the blocks are being connected in chains. That's why it's called blockchains. And each block represents a transaction that is being done within a period of time. Each block has a transaction, and these blocks is done in such a way that in a distributed database. Distributed is what I mean by that is that it can be accessed by anybody in that block. Let's say I am about to I'm doing a transaction between me and somebody in the US. That transaction is being accessed and known or gotten by the other person also from the US. Without even me, I can get the access to that block without any external, without any centralized body doing that. So it gives access to more than one person. Okay. Okay, like I said, it's a distributed database. Right. So it is formed together by chains of links, and actually called a special type of ledger. Just like in banks that you have a ledger by a centralized body like a bank. The centralized body is the bank. It has a ledger of all the transaction. The blocks are the ledgers, digital form of ledgers. And this one now can actually be accessed by not just a centralized body, like if it's a bank. No, it can be accessed by you and the person that is in that chain. So let's move on. Okay, like what I was saying, you noticed, if you notice, see how the transaction, these are different blocks. Sorry, going back. There you go. Okay, so this is you see how this thing is connected together. These are different blocks, transactions between different people, and you notice how they are all connected together. For this person here to get access, everybody can actually get access to this transaction. Everybody in this transaction can get access to it. For this one to get access to it, for this particular person here to get the one that is writing X to get access to it, the other ones have to know. So it's like they will know, because it's that's why it's called decentralized. It's not centralized as to one person. So it's difficult to for him to be able to, this particular person here, to be able to edit it without allowing the other ones to know. So any updates on that block will prompt the other ones in that transaction that, okay, this particular person is um doing an update. So everybody gets to know about it. So that is why it is called decentralized, not centralized. That's what blockchain is. So let's move on. Now comparing, putting blockchain together with Bitcoin, we know Bitcoin, it's a decentralized, is a digital currency. Bitcoin is actually money, but it's digital. So it's a digital currency. It has a distributed the technology that is backing Bitcoin, it's called blockchain technology. So it's the blockchain technology that makes it possible for the Bitcoin to be able to work the way it works. It has financial assets. Bitcoin has financial assets, which is recorded in the blockchain. It's the first and it's the most popular. It's basically computer software. So and it's also an open source. It's public and it's decentralized. Like I said, that you can actually send money to somebody. You can send Bitcoin from Nigeria to somebody in maybe France, and it gets to the person almost in less than five, let's say 2 hours or 45 minutes. Unlike if you want to use the
Just
already.
please mute Martins.
Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, it's decentralized and it can actually I can actually send money to somebody that is in the US or in France without any centralized body accrediting that trade. So and you know, in a bank setting, when if I want to send money to somebody that far, it has to be approved by a government or a centralized body, whereby there will be charges, and the charges are actually very high. But for that of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency at large, I can actually send Bitcoin to somebody that far without huge huge fees. The fees are minimal, they are small fees, and the person gets the transaction or the Bitcoin or the money I'm sending over to, he will get it in 2 hours, 45 minutes. Unlike if it was a bank like the one we already know before, it might take 3 days, 4 days to 5 days. So that is Bitcoin and the blockchain, the technology that is backing Bitcoin. So comparing Bitcoin with fiat money, we we know that um, fiat money, I explained it earlier that is centralized, but Bitcoin is not centralized. Bitcoin is decentralized. So as in it has access, people have access to it from different areas. People around that transaction can have access to that transaction. But for fiat money is centralized, is handled by the government, controlled by the government, but Bitcoin is peer to peer. Fiat money is not scarce. It's not scarce. I said it earlier that you can easily um, print more money, you know, but for Bitcoin, is scarce. We all know the amount of Bitcoin that is available, and the more that needs to be printed, mined. They call it mine. Creating a new Bitcoin is called mining. So we know the amount of Bitcoin that is supposed to be in circulation. We know how many that has been mined. All this is online. You can check them online. You know how many that is left to be mined. We know how many is actually in circulation. So the whole system is actually built by mathematics, mainly mathematics actually. So it makes since it's scarce, since Bitcoin is scarce, it gives it more value than fiat money, which can be created anytime. Like if there's circulation of money, fiat money like the naira in um in a country, the government itself cannot necessarily know exactly where all the money or what has happened to majority of the money. They can't give accurate schedule as to okay, this is what has happened to the money. So out of prediction, they decide to create some more. They decide to make some more money to push into the economy, and doing that leads to inflation in that country. But for Bitcoin, you can track every Bitcoin that is being mined. You can track every one of them um, on the system. You know where they are. So it's not. It's actually scarce. It's okay. For fiat money is only unlimited supply. I just explained that unlimited supply, but for Bitcoin is controlled and has limited supply. While Bitcoin transaction is actually irreversible. So it's always better that you know exactly what you are doing before you send a transaction, because once you have sent it, you have sent it, you can't get it back. That's for Bitcoin. It's irreversible. So if you are sending money or Bitcoin to a particular person, you should make sure that you are collated the right information and you are sending the exact amount that you want to send and not a mistake. Because after you have sent the transaction, it's irreversible.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
Somebody's trying to say something. Hello? Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay. So I said it is fast and it is cheap. That's Bitcoin, and it has censorship resistance. So it has no effect with the government doesn't affect it. So all I was explaining earlier, um, sending money to somebody, is being described here now in a diagram. Now notice where my cursor is. See Alice. Alice is about to send $200 to Bob. You noticed the amount Bob is going to get. Alice is sending $200. but Bob is getting $186 dollars because the bank has charged this transaction $14, and it takes 3 days, 3 working days for this transaction to be complete. That's the fee there, $14, and then it takes 3 days for the transaction to complete because it's a bank transaction. Banks are decentralized body, you know, but you for for blockchain for blockchain technology, it's not like that. Like see the next slide I have gone to. See that Alice is actually sending $200, and the charges here is just $1, just $1. So Bob is getting $199. That's just a fee of $1. And you notice the transaction time. It takes 30 minutes. It takes 30 minutes for Bob to get his money from Alice because they are using the blockchain technology. So there is no middleman like the bank. There is no middleman. This transaction can be accessed by both Alice and Bob. And the time of the transaction is quite small. And the fees is also very small. So you see how awesome the blockchain technology is in transacting. Okay. So with that said, um, cryptocurrency wallets is what we are looking at right now. How do you store your coins? If you buy Bitcoin, where do you keep it? How do you store it? Just like it is physically, like someone like me who always carry wallet around, I store my own fiat money in my paper wallet, my paper wallet. So it is with digital. There is there are different kind of wallets. There is the software wallet. There is the web wallet. The web wallets, like the Binance exchange, they have their own wallets. Um, there's the desktop. There's also the mobile. There's the hardware type. The hardware type is like the cold wallet, which is here, written here. Is like an hardware where you just like you have a USB, USB where you can put your a USB where you can put your movies and pictures and everything, and then you carry the USB around. You can take it to another system and just plug it to that system. Then you transfer. That's how the hardware wallet is for cryptocurrency. You can put your cryptocurrency in that hard wallet and then you move it around and can take it around or keep it somewhere. There's also the paper wallet. The hardware wallet is actually is quite pricey and expensive to, but it's the safest. It's the safest. So let's move on to the next. All right. So with all that I have said concerning Bitcoin, blockchain, it has its own different applications. They have application in remittance, um, like sending money. Let's say a government um, parastatals want to send money to another government parastatal somewhere far away from the country that it is, like from Nigeria to France or US. I keep using France or US. Okay, let's say that's what's happening. Um, in It has its application in terms of remittance. In supply chain also, with the blockchain technology, you can actually track supplies where a product is gotten, where it's got, how it go through its different processes of maybe storing it in the store, bringing it out from the store, taking it to a particular place or taking it to another store. When it's being shipped from one place to another, you can use the blockchain technology in supply chain to track those kinds of record. And also it can also be used in the health sector, can be used in the health sector by for keeping patients records and updating records so that it can actually be accessed by almost everybody because it's decentralized. So almost everybody in that chain can actually be able to access it and understand the whatever is meant to be understand as regards that health record. The other use cases in charity, in decentralized finance, which is DeFi, gaming, government, identity management, and so on, IoT, Internet of Things. So in terms of the remittance, as I was saying, um, you can do transfers, worldwide transfers from a particular country to another. Like in countries that are not so very developed, can use this type of technology to quickly send money to another. Let's say there's a business transaction that's been done by one country to another country, and there's now has to be transfer of funds from that country to the other country, which can actually be done using the blockchain technology. That's the use case in terms of remittance. It's a fast growing industry, and you see there's less intermediaries, and there's lower fees, and the transaction is actually fast because it's done on the blockchain network. The other use case in terms of health, in terms of supply chain, I was saying something like you see and you notice how this record, let's say somebody, this is a product at that angle, and then it can be tracked as it's being going from one section, one place to another. That's in terms of the supply chain now, where it's going to, um, maybe it moves from a product that is moving from Lagos and it's going to Abuja. Then from there it is moved to Onitsha. You'll be able to um, track it with the blockchain um, technology, and then to be accessible by all in that chain. It is tamper-proof, database customized, is secure and transparent. There are less intermediaries, and because it is being accessed by a lot of people, there is less frauds, you know, and there's reduced labor work, and then, like we've been saying, it has a reduced cost. Okay, so for the healthcare, I said in terms of patient's record, it can be used to track patient's record. Um, it can also be used, data can be um, erased and modified, you know. And then for the blockchain, okay, in terms of the blockchain, sorry, that was in healthcare, this is what is known. But under the blockchain technology, it is transparent, so you cannot actually edit it without people knowing. It is usually built as a distributed private network, so it is accessible by patients, it's accessible by staffs, and accessible by different kind of people. So any edit on it can be shown to everybody in that particular network. So it brings more transparency, and there is less fraud. Then there's data integrity and interoperability. So it's easy for different networks to verify any kind of exchange or any kind of alteration in that block, because it's the blockchain technology, like I explained earlier, uh, being accessible by different kind of people because it's actually decentralized. So with that being said, I just want to give a short intro to what DeFi is. I said before, DeFi is decentralized finance. So it's in a nutshell, it's actually an ecosystem of financial records and financial possibilities. But it's this one now is actually decentralized, so it's not centralized. And the areas we are going to be looking at just in this short summary of DeFi is in the DX. That's the DXs, which is decentralized exchanges, like this Binance app, like the Binance platform. The Binance platform is a decentralized um, website uh, where you can do lending. You can also do borrowing also in DeFi. And the benefits of it is financial inclusion. Same financial inclusion, yes, it has global access, and then it's private and it's permissionless. It's non-custodian. There's liquidity, and there's no KYC. But before you can actually go into DeFi, it's advisable that you do more research, because there are a lot of decentralized DeFi's out there. Some I wouldn't say they are scam, but you just need to do your research more on it before you can get your hands into DeFi. Okay, now so this training is actually brought to you by Binance, and I want to introduce you to Binance. Binance is a world lending leading blockchain and cryptocurrency infrastructure. Started out as an exchanger, um, and started around 2017 or 2019. Um, since then, we've been growing and growing to where we actually are right now. Our our vision is to increase the freedom of money globally. That's the reason we are in different countries and different places that we are in the world, is to increase the freedom of money globally. We believe that spreading this freedom, we can significantly improve lives around the world. So when we started um, Binance, 42 days after we started Binance, we became um, number 10, world number 10 in the world. And 92 days after that, we became number 5. And about 156 days after that, that's like 3 months, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 months after that, we became world number 3. But currently, as we speak, 165 days after that, till this particular time that we are, we became world number 1, and we are still world number 1. World number 1 exchange in terms of all majority types of cryptocurrencies and DeFi's. So we are number 1 currently. We are in about Binance is in about 180 countries and regions, and still counting. We have about 40, more than 40 members, team members in different countries and regions. We have we have about we have they are in 15 different languages, 15 plus different languages. So Binance is not just actually all about the exchange that I explained earlier. We have different products. It's like it's an ecosystem. So there's the sports and margin trades. There's the fiat gateway. There's the peer to peer. the Binance futures, the saving, staking, mining pool, where you can actually mine crypto. You can take loans. You can there's the card, and we also have our own wallet, software wallet actually. There's a coin market cap, which shows the history of different kind of coins and their performance in the world. There's the D apps, decentralized apps reviews. There's the academy where you can actually learn more about crypto. You can actually learn a lot about crypto and the blockchain technology and so many other things you can learn there. I would even advise that after this class, we can check out in the Binance Academy to learn more about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and different kind of coins has been explained. It's actually very simple. The people who put those trainings together, those academy together, the resource in those academy has made it very simple. Everything has been explained in plain English for you to understand better. You can see that we are being the different kind of fiat currency that is supported on Binance. There are so many of them. Because we are Nigerians, we will concentrate more on Naira, but there are so many of them because they are in so many we are in so many countries. So that's it. So compared to other, Binance is not the only exchanger in the world, but we are currently the number one. But aside that, our fees are the cheapest in the world, and the transactions are fast, moves within seconds, and deposits you can deposit and you can withdraw within few minutes. You have deposited money that you want to deposit in your wallet, and you can withdraw also almost immediately. So that is this doing put together is why we are still world number one, and we hope to remain like that for a very long time. All right, so explaining, okay, in terms of bank transfer, we when you're using the Binance app or online, you can actually do this deposit. There's free deposit, and it's easy to use. Deposit is actually easy to use. You can just deposit from your bank account, like you want to send money to your Binance. Just do it directly from your bank account. It's very easy. We will demonstrate that today. You can also use Visa cards, Visa or MasterCard. If you have MasterCard and you want to do your transaction through the Visa or the MasterCard, you can actually, okay, we have a peer-to-peer. I mentioned that as part of our, please, can you turn off your mic? Who is that? Oh, can you mute your mic, please? Okay, I think I've missed the person. All right. So I was saying we also have one of our products that is called peer-to-peer, where you can actually send money to do transaction in the Binance website between you and somebody. In the peer-to-peer, I can send money to, I can buy let's say I want to buy Bitcoin from somebody in the system. The person would advertise that he wants to sell his own Bitcoin, and then I would offer to buy, and the person will I will send the person money. Probably I can even send the person um naira into his bank account, depending on how the person wants to receive the money. Then he releases the Bitcoin to me right there in the Binance network, which is very it's called peer to peer. All right, so we have come to the end of this training, and like I was saying in the group, I said it earlier that um we are going to get $5, and this $5 is only attached to people who would register on their Binance, register on Binance today and start a trade. Starting a trade, you could decide to deposit money on your account after you have um, sign up for Binance. I'll send the link in which you could use to sign up for your Binance, and then when you buy crypto, or when you deposit, when you buy crypto, you'll be given $5. You will earn $5 as incentive for being one of the for being for as a new sign up. So that I want to encourage every one of us who don't have Binance yet, who have not read sign up for Binance yet, should sign up so that they can earn this $5. Sign up and deposit in your bank so that you can earn this $5. And now, so I'm going to do a demonstration, a short demonstration of how to buy cryptocurrency with your local currency. So I'm going to demonstrate that now. I'm going to my Binance. Um, I'm going to show how you can deposit and how you can buy and how you can withdraw to your bank so that you see exactly how it's being done. Okay, so let's go there right now. I hope you can still see my screen. Okay. If you can still see my screen, can you signify, please? So I'll know that everybody is seeing what I'm
Yeah,
doing
right
right
on. I
now.
can see.
Okay. So I'm opening the Binance. I went to Binance.com. I have an account already, so I don't need to register. Uh, so you see here, this drop down menu is showing that you can buy cryptocurrency almost immediately. So you buy cryptocurrency through bank deposit or credit card deposit or through peer-to-peer or through cash balance. Let's do which one should we choose? Uh, let's try bank deposit. Okay, clicked on bank deposit. It's loading. Okay, saying you should enter the amount. Let's say in naira, enter amount. Let's say 1,000 naira. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm not logged in. Imagine. Let me log in first.